Next up, 80-year-old Trini finishes the 40 New York City Marathon. Big up to this Trini. I'm about getting ready to wrap up. I'm getting tired. So if you guys have any questions to ask me, just ask it to me. I'm running out of slides. Oh, this right here. So, alright, next up. The family of Rishi Samaru is speaking out for the first time since news that he was reportedly among 2 Trinidad and Tobago nationals killed in a U.S. strike on a suspected drug smuggling vessel on October 14 just off of Venezuela. So here we have one of our citizens of Trinidad executed by the United States with the co-signing of your leader. And there was a memorial held for Rishi Samaru. One of our murdered citizens. And instead of whatever happened to like guilty, what's the saying? Innocent until proven guilty. Whatever happened to like going and interdicting vessels and stopping them, see what they have on the boat? Is this drugs that you have? Whatever happened to those procedures? We're just going and murdering people in the waters now. And let me just tell you guys something. Let me say this again. There are no international waters off the coast of Trinidad and Tobago or Venezuela or the Caribbean. There are no international waters. There's no such thing. And I will show that to you. But focusing on the loss, the murder of one of our citizens. This is how some people think about this. Hold on to your stomach. This is going to be hard to listen to, especially if you listen to me.
Go ahead, Andy. Let me tell you something. You see all them people who are feeling sorry for the families and things who lost the children. I ain't feeling sorry at all. Because you know, first to begin, the families of these children them taking us citizens as a sort of fools and telling us, here what? Rainfall, they're pissing on us, but rain falling.
Hearing stuff like this just disappoints me.
Any 2-year-old child
being a Trini.
That these fellas them dealing in drugs. Every 2-year-old child that born and would born know that them dealing in drugs. They get hooked up. Probably they get wiped out. And the families now go come and tell us that them never had nothing to do with drugs. Them went there to just take a boat ride from Venezuela to come to Trinidad. But it have a close connect of about 5 miles, 7 miles, that they could take a boat and come here. But they choose to go out into international waters and make a whole wrongs. It come like you leaving Chaguanas to reach Freeport, but you come up all the way up Port of Spain. You're going through Arima, you come down Naparima,
listen to how
and then you come
ignorant
back up to the,
some Trinidadians could be. And this Trini speaking, like he doesn't even live in Trinidad.
This country.
He abandoned his country.
Just vote PNM, and we stupid.
Recently.
From the time somebody get killed, they was good and they was innocent and the police shoot them wrong and all this kind of nonsense. That is what these families on them just want us to believe and have sympathy on us. But that ain't gonna happen where I am concerned. Because let me tell you, listener, as I always say this, the closest thing
and look at this clown smiling.
to the devil and hell on earth. You see, drugs.
This is such a demonic program.
That.
And if you actually listen to this program, listen to this man, agree with this man, agree with this assessment, something is missing inside of you. You are not human. You are not one for justice. You are an animal. So listen to this freaking man and this other dickhead smile as he delivers his comments. It's as a human hearing this, you should feel revulsion in your stomach.
Shorty, I said, that fella they call Lucifer, everybody who deals with drugs, cocaine especially, is Lucifer. So, and I don't know if people noticing this since this action with Trump in the with the drugs and Venezuelan thing. You notice it have a decline right now in the country where this gang-related warfare and thing is taking place.
Is there a decline,
Because
people?
what was fueling that? That supply getting cut off now. They had the drugs to be peddling through the communities and thing and fighting for turf and thing again. So they had a supply to fight for turf anymore.
Listen to this ignorance.
Because again, depleted. So now they had to look for other means of supporting their nefarious activities. So people had to sort of connect this thing, This thing having good repercussions for Trinidad and Tobago, that operation taking place.
It's like this program is made.
So much gang related.
If you listen to this shit, if you agree to this shit, you are dumb. You are sheep. You are cattle. This is all a psyop. This is all propaganda by the UNC. These demons, this one, Andy knows better. He knows better, but he still allows filth like this to be broadcast over his program, on his program. If this motherfucker called into my show and started to say some shit like this, whoo! The amount of cuss that will be let go behind him, I would have to get blocked from YouTube or something. This is just like listening to this is just disgusting.
Shooting one another all in the streets and spotter speed.
It's
and
made
all
to
how much of that?
These guys are trying to. When you look at it, they're hastening the destruction of the country. They're seasoning the minds into you guys having a SOE, to having all of this shit. It's all evil. It's all demonic.
That you're hearing taking place recently. So people are
and all of these people are paid by the UNC.
Drugs is once it is supplied into the communities and people had this one formed a gang and fighting for warfare and thing. But put that aside. So these families of these men who involved in these drug thing, all you get no sympathy for me. Bury all your son who decide that that's the life he choose.
Boy.
He want to destroy people's lives, destroy community, so face the consequences. Full stop with that.
No, but before you continue, you say bury the son? Oh, wait. I don't know. Lennox.
Listen to this disgusting shit.
Bury the sons from me. Unmute the Lennox. I want to tell me how they getting them to bury them. Unmute
how do Trinis actually sit and listen to this as they celebrate the murder of one of our citizens?
Please, I think in Maracas.
Without a judge, jury, or trial.
Exactly.
How does this shit make you feel?
If you're convinced that the person has died,
shame on any Trinidadian, abroad or local, that listens to this program and listens to this nonsense being pounded into your head. All of these people are just disgusting. This guy is speaking is a race traitor. He is selling his mouth. He sold his mouth over for the Indians. A disgusting human. These two people are disgusting traitors to the country of Trinidad. Especially Lennox and the way Lennox is, instead of educating himself and being a better host for you guys, he's still, even after the videos that I put out criticizing this program, he is still coming to you with lies and rhetoric and US propaganda. Such disgusting, evil humans. And you are not a Trini, you are not a Trini, you are not a patriot if you listen to this fucking program.
Let her bury something too. Because let me tell you,
such disgusting. How disgusting is this?
And start to really put things, the facts as it is, because for too long,
good morning, workers'
people
rights.
allowing the British propaganda of PNM psychology to engulf them. Let me give you a perfect example. A couple days before when all this propaganda going on with this idiot penny coming 1 cent or 2 cent or whatever shit it's called, we're going to hype up the whole population that they're going to have war between Trinidad and Venezuela and this and that and all kind of thing. If Dave Tanku could have predict this, he could have one of the best budget ever passed in Trinidad and Tobago. Because all Dave Tanku would have had to do is to go and say, hey, here what? We're raising the price of toilet paper by $2. And you see what the population run going and buy out all the toilet paper? They would have get all the money
God damn.
to finance the budget. They would have end up with a surplus by just getting revenue from people running to go and buy toilet paper because of the dotish mentality and the propaganda PNM.
I am so disappointed
and people is
with you
rushing.
Trinis every
Look,
time I log on to the
Friday
show.
gone. Everybody running home and praying and all.
You are not a
Friday
patriot
gone,
if you
what?
listen to this shit.
Nothing. Everybody back to normal again. Again, all you wake up and understand the propaganda machine of the PNM is only bad. Let me tell you something.
Oh God.
You see that visit with this Prime Minister in Tobago? That was the last nail in the coffin for PNM in Tobago. PNM would never, ever, ever see any sort of governance or power again in Tobago after that visit with it.
This is not the best of
You
Trinis.
see the reaction of the little children. Nobody didn't tell them about Calcutta ship and Indian and all kind of thing. That was genuine. Where these children and them, who's innocent, went out and without any biasness and racism in their thinking of how PNM the generation.
Andy is such a
went
house
out
nigger.
and greet the Prime Minister.
A house slave.
Because they know every
If it ever
single thing
came
going forward in Tobago,
To this
could only be
man
good for them.
defending you
because she
in
showed
a
them
time
here
of
what,
war, he will
I
betray
am
you
waiting for you
and side with
when
the
I
enemy.
reach 14, 15.
This program
fighting like
is a
cat and
program
dog
for
on
the
streets
traitors
and
of
looking to
Trinidad.
invade people who
For
I
the
started to
dancers.
deal with all you from small, from 2 years old. I go in and start to put things. Because as I always tell people, minus 10 years from the
My
ages
God.
of the most of the people in Trinidad right.
Andy did good for one show. For one show, this Andy did good where he tried to actually teach his audience. And one show later, this is the stuff that's being broadcast, and this is just a little bit of it. Wait, or I'm not even going to get into the bullshit that Lennox had got into. If you had seen me in the chat, oh my God, you are a traitor to your country if you follow these two race traitors right here.
Now, who is committing crime, and they were young individuals, 8, 9, 10 and all kind of thing. And because of that 10 years of PNM governance, right now, all they could see themselves as invading people's homes, fighting, robbing and all this kind of thing. Take 10 years now and add it to a 2-year-old or a 5-year-old child in Tobago with the programs and how the Prime Minister set it out for which age, as soon as this age, you move on to the other age and what you need to grow and develop. And tell me in 10 years from today, a 10-year-old or an 8-year-old, how they will become, what will be the result? If they're going to be invading people's homes, or they're going to be sitting down in some office
Listen to
or
this racist.
designing some program or some
Listen
kind
to
of
this
thing
demon.
to be self-sufficient
Listen to this
and
traitor
well
of Trinidad and Tobago.
educated and everything. Just look at the difference of vision and what somebody would deliver compared to a ball.
I am so embarrassed to be a Trinidadian. Every time I sign on to this program, every time I sign on to any online chat,
humiliated.
I am so embarrassed to be a
nothing
Trini.
in place and mama guy the people them. The whole of Tobago came out and greet our Prime Minister. Not with no Calcutta ship mentality or anything. They said, hey, hear what? We want to work with you and we're going to build this place together and we're not going to get carried away again with that long time narrative of what the PNM used to propagate again. And you see where it started in Tobago? Eventually, it will sort of trickle down there. All they might remain again in Trinidad is with Anderson PNM constituency.
The allergy spray
And
work, my
probably
nose doesn't itch so much
one
anymore.
or two other seats they might end up with in Trinidad. Because you see these people, like I know where they're eating or drinking. You see that dump probably too close to where they'll be breathing. And they can't wake up and see that here what? PNM is bad for them and PNM is bad for Trinidad and Tobago. And for this country to move forward, you have to get rid of PNM completely.
Listen to the
Because
propaganda.
when somebody could go and stand up with the enemy of your country and have meeting and dialogue with them while you trying to stand up against a tyrant alone. And you have...
So from what I understand about this caller, he used to be a Trini, employed in the oil industry. He was in Trinidad up until a few months ago. He abandoned his country, is now in the United States, doing a 9-to-5, catching his ass in the United States, but yet still calls in to this program on a daily basis to empty the shit, the propaganda, the stress, the racism, the bigotry, everything that's in his head onto this show. And this host allows this kind of crap to be played on his program. And their callers, their listeners, people that actually listen to this shit and enjoy it. It is so disgusting to me. It makes me ashamed to be a Trini. Just being around this. So my whole purpose of showing this to you is if you're based in the United States, if you're based abroad, anywhere out of Trinidad and Tobago, this is not a news show. This is not a program that you sign into to learn anything about the people. Oh, we have a caller. Wow, look at this. All right, let's see it pop up on my computer.